With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
Up to about the 14. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
3.
Now Mariota. He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mariota.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
First and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point. It's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how our defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A short kick taken at the 18. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll go with a touch pass here, try to pick it up. Now this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Fourth down, here's Priestley around the punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
You know what it is. Take it to the half.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Hey, forward, Tokyo!
Wentz going to go on 4th down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end, finding room at midfield. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Hey, Lou.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Dobbins trying the left side.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. It's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to try to jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. Now Mariota on 4th down. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pull away here this first half. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Here we go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Dobbins. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points in the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. Well, he would be very close to a first down, but I see the close fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It looks like they got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go, Shaq.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to Dobbins on first.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give them credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a give to Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of 2 there. It's going to bring it up to 4th down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They're going for it with the option right. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Down the man inside, down the man.
On 1st and 10, it's Dallas. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
176 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Dobbins trying the left side. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Wins to throw for it on 4th. He rifles one, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we make one more play, we could have our shutout.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Dobbins.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And there's a game where they